Который...
Да, который тот самый.
Тот самый Кристофер.
Виконсель. Виконсель.
Консиль. Ты чё там это? Коннектишься?
Обновляю страничку.
Обновляешь.
А, ну все, да. Молодец.
Что?
Я читаю название стрима.
Ну я это... Я выполнил твое обещание. Точнее, свое обещание. Твою волю. Play.
А можешь теперь ему рожу не калечить,
You
пожалуйста?
do not have the next episode. Please buy it to continue the story.
Не понимаю, это типа один эпизод косарь 300 стоит?
Я не знаю, не знаю.
Ну, на другой сейфгейм только ставь, пожалуйста.
Я понял. Новые игры.
Няша, лицо ему сохрани, он так красиво.
Хорошо.
Спасибо.
Лицо.
И, пожалуйста, тяночку закадри. Я не видела, что там будет с ней.
Какую? Которая типа это... Пошли ебаться?
Которая сама к тебе полезла.
Подожди. Которая сдохнет в конце или которая...
Нет, нет, нет. Которая с какой-то хренью на башке. Блин, они у них в обоих хрень на башке. Та, которая темная, короче.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen.
Барон фон Борщец.
Nothing. Not a sound.
Можно
No
это
one's coming to
поступать?
save
Ну,
you.
мы
That's what
же
you
знаем,
think.
что происходит.
The Golden Order knows exactly where we
Так
are.
можно весь эпизод проскипать.
А,
By
ну
the time
хуй.
your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone.
Ridiculous
As for
Secret
you-
Society.
Nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother.
Бля, я ж хотел...
There are more
хотел
persuasive
с контроллера
ways of
поиграть.
making you talk.
Я вчера так сильно возил мышкой, что у меня рука не работает. Я даже дрочить не
You've
могу.
stolen something from me that I intend to get back.
Подождите. О, бой. Ща я достану контроллер. И это самое... Начну ебошить. Ебошить прям вообще начну. Вспомнить бы еще, как с ним играть.
Ну, сосочками двигать чувака.
Сошками двигать, окей. Это мы умеем.
Не успел посмотреть, что у тебя там установлено. А how about потом стратежку запустить?
Какую стратежку?
Не знаю, Stellaris. Я хоть посмотрю, что там надо делать. Чтобы не помереть с голоду.
Мне бы самому знать, что там делать. Я запускаю.
Угу. О, мы же с тобой не прошли The Shrouded Isle.
Не прошли, да. И не хотим.
Почему?
Я не помню почему. Можно попробовать, знаешь, что будет поиграть? Где на лодке ты плаваешь? Darkest...
А, да.
Stop. You're not getting anywhere with this fun bullshit.
Она, кстати, так
You
давно
know,
вышла.
I
Странно,
kind of
что
get
мы
the
еще до
same
сих пор не
feeling, my
заценили.
dear Sarah.
Ну, я оценил, когда она была бесплатной, но там было слишком дохуя текста
Listen.
просто для меня одного.
Мгм.
Я заебался все читать и
Nothing.
дропнул ее.
Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
Huh, that's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll
Этот контроллер
skin
работает,
you
я
alive.
не менял батарейки с тех пор, как его
You know,
купил.
Louis,
А купил я его?
I have no intention of beating your dear mother.
Ну давай, когда зубы
There
начал
are
лечить.
more
Нет,
persuasive
в
ways of
16
making
году
you talk.
написано. 15.
Мгм.
16.
You've stolen something from me that I
Ну, уже
intend
2
to get
годика
back.
стукнуло. За 4,5, между прочим.
Where have you
По
hidden?
скидончику.
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
Я посмотрел фильм «Ларушку».
We know you're
Ты
planning on
ходила?
selling it at one of Lord Mortimer's
Нет.
parties.
Наш.
All right? Just tell us who the buyers are to make a
Не
deal.
могла
Смотрел,
удержаться.
как
You've
хуёвую
no
экранку.
idea of the
Ещё и на
trouble.
русском.
Да, и я поняла, что я ничего не потеряла.
Взяла бы свою тянку, пошла бы в
Oh,
кино.
but you will tell me
Я
where
ей
it's
написала,
hidden.
пошли со мной в кино, она такая,
I can
ой, ты
promise
такая
you
ленивая. Вообще, не хочу.
Stop
Ох,
annoying
официанты.
our host.
Одни
Да
проблемы
вообще.
от них.
Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready.
Concoction. Надо, кстати, побухать что-нибудь.
With this,
Вроде
your
заинспектировать
bodies will
разъёбанный
dissolve in
рот.
less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother,
И еще другой
the
класс
only thing you've ever
попробуем.
taught me is that damn
Попробуем.
motto of yours.
Оккультист
Класс
какого-нибудь.
Да, да,
Always
да.
remain rational. I got it. I've opened the shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Borchert! Von Borchert!
Hmm?
Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
Please, be my guest, Mother.
Мне кажется, он хотел эту книгу продать тому хрену, который главный у них на острове.
Как Мортина.
Да, это какой? Он же всю эту хрень коллекционирует.
Well done, Louis. You reacted perfectly.
How do you feel, Mother?
Couldn't be better. He's alive, so I can question him after
Интересно,
we
у
get
кого
back.
из аристократов в жопе
Pity he's
торчит
just a
нож
middleman.
заточенный?
Means I haven't finished
Для
with this
обороны.
case.
Oh, I had a feeling you'd be running off on one of your adventures again, Mother. You know what? I'm warning
Скорее
you,
всего,
this
она его
time I'm coming
допросила,
with
а
you.
он ей рассказал про этого
No.
мужичка,
Even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
который ее не приглашал,
you're no
она
spring
такая
chicken anymore.
заявилась, он такой, ну все, я
Come on,
отрубил ей руку,
let's go
она
home.
теперь прячется на
And
острове.
don't forget to send our men to tend to
Что-нибудь,
Von
небось,
Borchert.
успела упереть с собой. И завалила сестру по тянке, с которой мы переспим в этой части.
Угу. Мы не
Вопрос,
переспим.
почему этот чувак это видит? Как так получается?
Как же так? Не может быть. Лорд Мортимер. Почему я все время думаю, что это Монгомери? Как Монгомери Бёрнса с Симпсона. Ты видела, кстати, клип Six More Years of Putin?
Да. Угу.
Да, я не буду на стримчике такой хуйню говорить, правда?
Очень классный клип. Подожди. Не верю этому клипу.
Да, ужасный клип вообще.
Well done, Mother. You just had to pick up Von Berchert's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer.
Я что,
And
приплыл
now
на
he
этот
writes
остров?
me to say that
Что?
you've gone missing on
Если
his
бы тебя
private
позвали
island.
на этот остров,
Which,
ты бы
by the
сюда
way, looks more like a big
завалился?
rock than a paradise
Ну,
island.
я это хикан, а там большие комнаты. Я бы там в
Мгм.
комнатке сидел и дрочил бы хер.
В какой? С пентаграммой?
Да.
The least he could do
Вызывал бы
is
там
explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to
Что у
stop
меня
all
на
this,
голове
Mother.
такой пиздец?
It
Почему
no
я не
longer
могли
suits
нормально
your
волосы
age.
сделать?
Какая мода?
Well, I'm
бля.
sure I'll find you
Сильно
once
Новая
Блин.
again,
мода.
slogging through the caves beneath the island.
Мода
searching
вообще
for some
цикличная.
long-lost
Через год сама
mystical
буду с
object
такой
that
ходить.
you just can't live without.
Ты будешь ходить?
I'm already
Да,
hating
да,
this
да.
trip, and all
Засуну
I've
себе
done is
кота
think
в
about it.
прическу, чтобы больше не было.
Contrary to what one may be able to
Потом насрет тебе на
imagine,
голову.
it was not the host himself who invited me.
Красота Няша требует жертв. Что поделать?
Both invited by Stadholm.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Stadholm, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Your Eminence, with all due respect, I prefer to keep my reasons for coming here to myself. I promise, it has nothing to do with the legendary party that you all appear to be preparing for.
Believe what you will, my son. However, everything is related to the legendary parties organized by our host.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Cardinal.
Anyway, consider your... And only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
And you, Duchess? You seem to be quite accustomed to things here. Am I right?
I do not think that one can ever get accustomed to what Lord Mortimer prepares for his guests. But you are right. This is not the first time I've been on this wharf.
If you've come back again, I imagine you must find it to be of some interest.
Here, everything is possible if you make the right choices. It really is up to you whether you leave better off or not.
Please excuse me if you find me overly curious, young man. I did not mean to cause you any embarrassment.
Ты, блядь, патриарх.
Come, Duchess.
Я
They're
больше
waiting
письмо не
for us.
отдам.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Are you all right?
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
So?
Okay, it's done.
Did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah. No one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
Надо аж звучить чуть-чуть по-другому.
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No. No! You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay when you die.
Припудренный старик все знает, засрань. Странно, что ее не продырявило.
Are you right?
То есть она не
What's going on?
вылетела.
Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you just go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly. Am I going crazy or what? This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake? I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
Чё, письма не активировал? Как тут бежать-то, алё?
X попробуй нажать.
X это я сразу выиграю, сори.
Ну, попробуй бежать, не нажимая X.
Louis, during the trip,
I
I
don't
had
know.
something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Шо, коль здесь берем?
Да.
Может, дипломата?
Можно и дипломат, главное не детектива. Там мы с ним уже все посмотрели. Ну, наверное, дипломат, если ты будешь под Наполеона ручить.
А за нахрен мне Наполеон?
Ну, тогда, наверное, оккультиста. Попробуй. Блин, можно еще раз потом перепройти?
Ну да.
Well, I've devoted myself to the interests of France to the best of my abilities. A few years ago, I had a brush with some of your fellow countrymen.
Counter-revolutionaries, I'd imagine.
Exactly. They got away, thanks to a little diversion I came up with to keep the sans-culottes away. Believe me, they came close to adorning the walls of the catacombs of Paris.
So that young French diplomat was you? The mercy you showed the agents of the Queen roused the admiration of the court. Few would have let them leave France alive.
Duchess, I'm surprised that anyone still remembers.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please, call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met
Теперь
before,
чокер
but
юзать.
I don't remember where.
Шо, чокер?
I appreciate
Зацени.
your honesty, even if
Тебя
it's
будет
not
10
very
чокеров
flattering to
ценить.
me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first
что там
time a
можно
man
с
hasn't
чокером
remembered
делать?
your fate.
Не знаю. Ну, когда она пойдет от тебя, можно ее губы зафокусить, а можно чокер.
А,
Well, I must say, you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Интересно, это будет считаться как
Please
место
stop torturing
починити?
me. I'm completely at your mercy.
Всё, за чокер его хватит?
Where have we met?
2 years
Заебись,
ago, in
апартамент.
London,
No, sorry. I don't remember.
in the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
I am so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
I ask her a question. She
Может, вы там
answers
с
with
ней уже
another.
жахались, он
She
просто не
playing with
помнит.
me?
С сестрой.
Emily, please
Понятно, он не
excuse
дает
my
чокер
insisting, but
посмотреть.
you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
One way or another.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Так, надо сумку найти, да? А, сначала с слугой попиздеть.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richet.
Monsieur de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de
Можно
Richet's
харать.
son. I must
У
tell
них
you we
одни
are doing our
уязвимости.
utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
Может, они в конце
Can you
как
tell
me
раз и
about the
будут тебя
disappearance of my
дрючить.
Кто?
2 weeks have passed since
Охранники?
Sir's mother went
Да,
missing.
да, да.
All the staff here have
Ну,
since been
попробуем,
busy
что.
searching every nook and cranny of the island. But sir may rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
And just what have you found so far?
It would seem that Sir's mother may be hiding on the island and regularly changing her location. But no one seems to know why she would find this behavior necessary.
What do you mean?
On several occasions, we have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we're searching the wharf again is because lights were spotted there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Did anyone see anything else?
Unfortunately not, sir. Only lights were seen by servants of the manor, sir. And as I was saying, sir, all the guests were asleep, and no one seems to have noticed anything at all. We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR.
Как он знал, что они
We
все
came to the
спали?
conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother. Sarah de
Сам
Richet.
совсем
I have orders to give it to Lord
Как
Mortimer
можно
as
проверить,
soon as
что
I
человек
see him.
спит,
I know
не
my
заходя
mother.
к нему в
She's not the
кровать?
kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what
Ну,
the
да,
hell she
точно
was doing
просканировал.
here. Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
Если этот
On
чувак
the
умеет
landing dock, sir,
сканировать,
the one you arrived by.
мне кажется, с ним лучше не шутить.
That handkerchief belongs to me. Please hand it over now.
But sir,
I'll speak directly to your master about it. It will be a very long conversation.
Of course, sir. Please, take it. On that note, I must leave you, sir. There is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
Опять харасишь там вообще?
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf? Wooden floorboard. Hey, there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest. Ah, shit! It's not coming up. I'll never manage it barehanded. I need something to lever it with.
Где там эта палка валялась? Ну,
Good question.
я ж не помню. А, вот она.
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder. This might just come in handy. A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any. Let's see what's hidden inside. Let's look. It's too badly written, I can't make out the address.
А сейчас у тебя лингвисты
See what's
есть?
hidden inside.
Кто?
Лингвист.
Есть. Наверное, будет.
Let's look. A letter written in an Oriental language.
I know
Letters
what
in
language.
Japanese. It's addressed to a certain Kei Shotaro in Tokyo.
Oh, yeah.
Какое там письмо нужно было?
Не помню.
Ota de Cluny.
По-моему, детектив сразу достал
I
нужное.
guarantee this
Да.
letter is for my mother. The address is a
Мистер
hideout
Ля-Бля,
with a
наверное,
golden order.
какой-нибудь.
If you write
Mr.
anyone over
Blah-Blah?
there, you have to watch out in case someone's
Типа.
reading your mail. But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois?
Дошла.
Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
what is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. You've never talked to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who is this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy, Godoy, Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar? Ah, it's coming back to me. Godoy is the head of the Spanish government. He was appointed by King Charles IV, if I'm not mistaken. Rumor has it that he's very close to the Queen. Too close. Much too close. But hey, that's none of my business. He has a reputation of being upright and proud, very attached to the aristocracy, and close to Louis XVI. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Я там у себя иммунити нашел. Точнее, не у себя, а у этого носатого пидораса.
А кто там носатый пидорас?
Some rope.
Гудой.
Apparently
А,
no one's
Будой, а
touched it for
какой
a
у него
good
там
long time.
иммунити?
Этикет.
А,
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
Слушай, ну на геймпаде, да, повеселее. Где этот доска ебаная?
это пол был. Перед входом в поместье.
Шо?
Пол перед входом в поместье.
Да я понял, я там просто бегаю уже.
А,
Не могу найти ебучую доску.
That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside. There's a book and also
какие у
a
него
bag.
гольфики беленькие.
Что у
The
него?
Mysterium
Беленькие
Cosmographicum.
гольфики.
I know that book well. Mother used to read passages from it to me all the time. And judging from what I can see, it's the
Так,
same
Мы
one
теперь
as
хоть
hers.
читать можем. Да, да,
Crying
да,
out
точно.
loud. What's happened to you, Mother?
А то как Саваджи бегаем. Детективы, они все тупые.
Let's look inside
Недавно
the bag.
прочитал это.
A little food, a few toiletries,
Буковский.
a small key, and some kind of black
Там как раз про
powder.
детектива был.
И как оно?
Ну, прикольно, захотелось выпилиться.
Why so?
Shit. Those are definitely my mother's
Почему?
things.
Почему? Что там такого
Да
было?
не, ничего просто.
Давай
Bag
в трусах
smells
и
like perfume.
ковыряться.
Шо в
Piece of
трусах?
soap,
Examine the personal belongings. А, ты все
powder
молодец.
puff. What does all this mean? An iron key completely rusted. You never know. It might be useful. I hope Mother wasn't counting on it.
Можно еду забрать. Интересно, что будет.
Bottom of the bag is covered in black powder. Bottom of the bag is covered in black powder. Some fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread. The fruit's still firm. The bread's a bit stale. From the smell, this food's been here roughly 2 days. And if it's rationed, there's enough left to last 2 more days.
Угу.
Right, that's enough.
А как он учуял? Там же, блин, ветер наверняка у пристани.
Because she thought she might need
Какой
it later.
запах там можно
Crying out
почувствовать?
loud.
Услышать.
Why did you hide supplies in the middle of nowhere, Mother? I don't know what's going on here, but you obviously feel like you're in danger. It's locked. I'll never get it open barehanded.
There we are. Great, honey. This looks like a pistol
Любишь
case,
медок.
but it's empty.
Люби и
I don't know
холодок.
if this has anything to do with your mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful. A fragment of amber.
Да, вот тут менюшка-то открывается. Проблемки.
What kind of?
Как меню открыть?
Options нажми.
Нет, которое внутриигровое, с инвентарем, с их хуйней.
Ну, другой options. Left.
А, вот он,
3.
вот, всё, я нашел. Может, сумку надо взять?
Забирай. Но все равно до нее не доберется с одной рукой.
Right. Just in case, I'll take it all. I'll give it back to Mother when I see her.
А то квест у меня висит как бы.
Забери сумку.
Не, у меня висит квест, найдите больше этих доказательств. А что еще не нашел?
Может, тебе надо прочитать, что там на полу написано.
А что там написано?
Вот на латыни было.
Ага. What have we
А, это мы
here?
прочитаем, да. Это уже когда и пойдем.
It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this
Нас
had in
это-
mind, but
Мы
it's a
теперь тупые.
waste.
Мы и раньше были тупые, а
So,
теперь еще
Let's go
тоже
through
тупые.
this. My mother's been
Бля,
hiding
чё
pieces
всё
of
прошло?
bread between the rotten boards of the wharf. in the middle of
Стабильность
the night.
какая-то. Еще 6 лет
That's not
тупым
normal.
быть.
And if that weren't enough, looks now like she's armed. Meanwhile, she also takes the time to send out letters, reassuring whoever might be interested that she's having a fabulous time here.
A Latin inscription. Annesis, mi fili, quantilia produncia mundus ergatur.
Easy to translate.
You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with. I tend to agree.
О, ничего себе.
Так, и какой у него там имьюнити? К лингвистам, что ли?
Нам не покажут этого чувака? Ну ладно. Go up. А, все, то есть квест не закончился. Ну ладно тогда.
Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Ну, let's go up.
Так, а у кого к этикету была слабость-то? Кто там носатый хрень?
К этикету была иммунитет. Носатого.
Он, наверное, как босс будет. Там у него ко всему иммунитет.
Like a boss.
Угу.
О, можно похарасить.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
Ты помнишь на всякий случай порядок статус медузы?
Да.
Хорошо быть в Лоле, иметь хорошо.
Не смогу не согласиться, но память у меня все-таки лучше.
Шоколадная дверь.
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Ricci, aren't you?
Ah, the ring.
You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow, then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
Only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is commendable. But as we work together on a daily basis, it is surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Mother passed her passion for art to me. Ancient art. Very ancient.
Ah, I didn't know your mother was an art lover.
Mainly pre-Christian objects which are believed to have unique properties.
Well, how interesting. Now that you mention it, I can indeed imagine Sarah getting interested in that.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Я загуглила слово quandary. Затруднительное положение.
Don't worry, Your Eminence. Your secret is safe with me.
Pretend
You know
I
my
don't
mother's
want
reputation. As her son, I will defend the de Riche's word with the same fervor.
Ah, I would expect nothing less. Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Конечно. Ладно, я в этот раз не буду читать. I don't believe in this God.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the
Promise.
promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Ricci.
Ай, покачивочек
are
сделаю.
organizing the escape of a large
Ну,
number
такой
of
был.
French priests who face a massacre organized by the cursed
Reliable.
Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order
В том прохождении мне такого не говорил.
available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man,
Разговаривал. Я уже не помню.
you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Hidden elements. Так. Так, Блэк. Куда бы пойти? Куда нельзя пойти?
I've just arrived. It might be bad manners to go upstairs without being invited.
Угу. Манера, говорит, у него хуёвая. Да, тут вообще ничего интересного.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Нихуя себе.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simple.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet. And you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking
Let's
about,
build up
if
a
you
network.
forgive my indiscretion?
Believe me, she's not that special. His Eminence was asking me for my opinion about the style of the main door.
I have to admit, this place certainly doesn't lack panache.
It's simply stupefying.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though.
Тогда была пластическая хирургия.
I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man from my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this Holm. I saw him in my vision. Let's see what Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the
Tactiliczki.
pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
Подкатываешь к Вашингтону?
Mother has always
такой
had a
загорелый, прям как
fascination
Трамп.
for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted
Для
to tell
него
me why.
Lord
кожа цвет
Mortimer is a
картошки.
remarkable man. He's wealthy and is advisor to the very highly placed. Your mother is the head of the Order in France. It doesn't surprise me that he asked her to come.
Lord Mortimer greatly contributed to financing my electoral campaign, for example. But I want this to be clear, without ever seeking to gain an advantage.
And that is to his credit.
Yes, you can trust him. He will do everything in his power to help you find Sarah.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
When did you last speak to her?
Philadelphia.
Интересно, как этот чувак получает новости о том, что в
Sarah
мире
often went
происходит,
back
если
and
он
forth
живет
between
на
France
острове?
and the United States.
Yes,
Wi-Fi.
I remember those days. I didn't
Класс,
see her too
Louis
often.
с Wi-Fi.
Right. Would it be too much if I
Not
asked you a
about it.
few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about? My mother has always been fascinated by strange powers. Did she talk to you about anything like that?
Yes. Her facility for
Сложно
discerning
было.
truths from rumor served me well. Such as preventing massacres, like the one at Salem, from happening again. Or convincing people that horsemen cannot ride around without heads. What was it that she used to say now?
Keep an open and logical mind?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord
Молодец,
Mortimer.
малыш.
At least now I have some
Внесла свой
information,
вклад.
thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
Что, будем харасить блондинку? Няшенька.
А чё её харасит? Ну ее уже захарасили, что ее,
Mother
блядь.
Не-не,
still
ее
is
можно
at the
прям
head of the
харасить
Golden
тут.
Order. I find it
Если
difficult
с
to believe that she
Вашингтоном
came to
дружить,
this island
он
without
тебе покажет
notifying the other
там нас.
members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked
он
me
уже и
here
так
to speak
выпилил
about the
конкретную
future of
часть.
America. I did not know that your
нашу
mother would even
харасмент.
be among us. In any case, no one has yet mentioned associating the Order.
We haven't found many clues yet. But I did find a book that belongs to my mother.
Inquisitive.
Where did you find it?
That's what worries me. I found it hidden on the wharf.
Do you think she was preparing to discreetly leave?
I don't know.
An extremely likely proposition.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Careful, they're coming back.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Три opportunity. Миссанули.
Ну, мы, в принципе, уже знаем, что там.
Смотри, а тут она еще без фингала.
А ее еще не били. Ее будут бить, пока ты подслушиваешь Наполеона. У них что, у всех глаза, как у меня? Нет,
Что?
у Вашингтона другой цвет глаза. У Эмили цвет глаз, как у меня.
Да?
У старого кардинала вроде как у меня тоже похоже. Ладно. Ну и у старухи тоже мои глаза.
У меня глаза слуги.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President,
что меня
Your
все
Eminence,
харасят.
Duchess,
Я понял.
you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Устал
Good
до
night,
костей.
sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
Так, там можно рубли поискать, да?
Да-да-да. Обогатимся. Какой прекрасный день, чтобы обогатиться.
Ладно, геймпад гораздо удобнее.
Decorum guide.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Слушай, я, по-моему, наверху-то вообще никогда не был.
Да, видимо, это в другом эпизоде будет.
Monsieur Johann van Vulner.
И вот этого чувака мы не видели, Жохана.
Не, мы видели его. Он сидел с Наполеоном за обедом.
А это седой такой?
Да, да, да. Сейчас дверь закроем.
Здесь комната ебаная.
A Byzant from the Byzantine Empire. A coin often used during the St. Louis era.
Как я вспомнил. А, вот она, на противоположной стороне. Я помню, что там была вот эта комната кардинала, а рядом с ним моя. А, нет, подожди. Это был не тот балкон, у меня внешний балкон. Это была комната, где с Наполеоном сидел чувак. А значит, у меня вот это. Их там 3. То есть мне надо прямо бежать. Окей. Окей. That's easy. Easy-peasy. Как у нас в доте говорят. Ты играешь в доту?
Да.
Да.
Прихожу с работы, играю.
Всё правильно. Именно так и должен поступать. Порядочный гражданин.
Right. So what shall I do with this
Сначала сходила,
letter?
проголосовала, а
It might
потом
be
пошла
about
в
my
доту.
mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Biaggi's
Какая
trust.
комната? Я бы там прямо осталась.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Biaggi, so too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother.
Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Nice room. И картины интересные.
Ага. Кармелита Вотер. Смотрел Кармелиту, Няш?
Что?
Ну, лет 10 назад был сериал про цыганку.
Нет.
Российский. Я
Inferno by
смотрел.
Dante.
Я была, нет, стоп, даже больше 10. Мне тогда лет 7, наверное,
Lovely
было.
lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very
А шо
jolly.
анлок-то, блядь? Мне какие там скиллы нужны, чтобы взломать все к хуям?
Subterfuges.
Это вообще у оккультиста, блядь. Ну ладно.
Ну, тебе, наверное, не так важно все что-то взламывать.
Да люблю что-то взламывать. Так, если что.
Значит, ты выбрал не того персонажа.
Тут вообще можно выбирать персонаж. Тут один персонаж, блядь. Go to bed. А мы в этот раз не будем, наверное, за Наполеоном следить.
Не будем, мы уже все выяснили. Мы не видели, как Тянку харасят.
I could have made an unexpected encounter. Это он про что, блядь?
А это, наверное, про Тянку эту волосатую.
А ее можно было где-то встретить?
И всё. Ну да, мы зашли, мы же ее не ожидали увидеть.
Ну... Так мы же
Ой.
ее увидели все равно.
Ну это не считается.
А, окей. Ей, level up. На что вообще level это влияет?
На очки твои.
Угу. 4 поинтса. Так, что бы нам это? Даже conviction.
Не забудь почитать что-нибудь. На всякий случай.
Manipulation. Psychology.
Я бы Science скачнула ради того, чтобы просто посмотреть, что за шары у нее там лежат.
Пожалуйста. Сейчас будет сцена на миллион лет, поэтому я пока подбухну.
Ага, я пока позаполняю. Свои шиненигансы.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Durocher's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
I'm coming.
Am I bothering you?
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Elizabeth Adams. Home introduced her to us.
Yes. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are 2 men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
I'll be right back. И первый этаж.
Louis, you're straying from your objective.
Ну что, блядь, замкнутый этот коридор, как я могу не пойти не туда? Come on!
My son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe a Miss
I'm
Adams may
back.
be in danger.
Sneaky pasta.
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in the small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cover of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine. Don't go and wake up the whole...
Закроет их
Thank you,
металлический
my
ряд.
son. May God watch over you.
Это тоже как бы вариант развития квеста.
Who do you think you are?
Forgive
me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
You filthy whore!
I apologize. Have mercy. Please have mercy. No! No!
I apologize. Nah, nah, nah. Mercy, have mercy. Nah, nah, nah. Where's that smart mouth now? I'll teach you a little respect. Huh?
Are you out of your mind? What about the consequences?
What are you talking about?
The consequences of beating up one of Lord Mortimer's friends in his own house.
You tell him about that and you'll have to answer to me.
Given the mess, talking's not gonna help anything.
Класс, да? Выбор.
Заебись квест вы сделали.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Yes, I found out.
А какие у него там vulnerabilities?
Good.
Какой-нибудь этикет?
Этикет, да. Как его там?
Did Elizabeth give you any trouble?
Elizabeth? No.
Такой у него
Well,
нос.
you could have mentioned
Нос.
she was with a raving maniac, huh?
Не нос, а утес.
She was with a Frenchman. He was about to beat her when I arrived.
What the devil are you talking about?
I thought he was gonna kill the poor girl.
Did you intervene?
I did what was necessary to give you enough time to search her room.
Good work, my friend. I knew that I could count on you.
So tell me, did you find any information?
Oh, yes. What I found is likely to upset you.
What do you mean by that?
Elizabeth is indeed the daughter of John Adams.
Why pass her off as dead?
I found her medical file. It appears that for many years, your mother was her personal doctor. From what I read, she behaved more like a butcher than a doctor.
What are you talking about? I'm not a child. What's going on here?
John believed that his daughter was possessed. He appealed to your mother to save her, but the treatment she inflicted on the poor child... My God.
Look, stop beating around the bush. What exactly did she do to her?
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
My mother got her hands dirty for the common good, so don't be too quick to judge her.
For the common good? We're talking about the vivisection of a child. Of tattooing her from head to foot with a red-hot iron.
Stop this.
For her 5th birthday, she inflicted the stigmata of Christ on her. And for her 10th birthday, a hysterectomy. What kind of gift is that?
Какой hysterectomy? Няшенька, найди мне видео, пожалуйста.
My mother's not
Хорошо.
a monster.
I do not doubt that your mother meant well.
Hysterectomy meaning. О.
Что-то связанное с анальным сексом?
A surgical operation to remove all or part of the uterus.
Of what?
Ну, няша. I don't know how to say it.
Я не силен в медицине.
Okay.
Картинку мне скинь.
The organ in the lower body of a woman where offspring are conceived Come on.
Не важно.
It is pure torture.
Ну это в матке такая
I need
штука.
some time alone.
I have seen some horrors in my time. But if
Короче, она
what
у нее
is
в матке
written in
поковырялась.
these damn
Ну, это нян-доктора став.
Ага.
documents is true,
Ня-ня-ня.
brave, my boy.
Be brave, my boy. Go back to bed. Go back. А что я там в комнате не могу поковыряться, да? Не могу нигде поковыряться.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
That's not the right way. Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
Everything went well. There's no need to worry.
Which means?
The situation was more complex than it looked at first glance.
What? The poor child was indeed being bullied by a thug, wasn't she?
Let's just say you didn't have a complete picture of the situation, Your Eminence. Maybe it's because it's harder to feel things when one is sheltered behind the door.
Now, listen to me, my son. I went in search of the servants.
You weren't able to find them, were you?
No. And they are going to hear from me. When you need them most, you simply can't find them.
Anyway, Miss Adams is safe. Everything's fine, so no need to lose any sleep over it.
I see. Thank you, my son. My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important.
Там вроде слуга
Do you
рядом
still
стоит
have
возле
my
колонны.
letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Here it is.
Thank you, my son.
Оказывается, можно было просто соврать.
I was right.
Ну, у меня не было этого стола.
Give me 1 second, please.
А теперь ты у нас faithful.
I can't imagine what would have happened if I had
Верный.
added this name to
Наш
the
ты
list.
верный.
Please be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
I'm exhausted. Better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Вот это фейл.
Ну что ты там зафейлил?
Какой-то талисман ее не подобрал и дал чуваку ее отпиздить. Ну я так и хотел вообще-то.
По-моему, он ее не побил. Его остановил. Не сильно писечка выросла. Айонс. Ой, молодец, Миша. Фига себе, сколько на 3-й уровень нужно скилл-поинтов. Вообще, как возможно такое?
За 5 эпизодов. А что мы ничего не
My
почитали?
vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me.
Сейчас. Сек. Няша.
Да.
Няша.
Что такое?
Не, ничего, все хорошо.
Search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
О боже, какая-то комната няшевская, не это. Magnificent, spectacular. Блин, я тоже хочу все картинами увешать. Ну, конечно, не Гоя, что-нибудь другое, где никто своего сына не жрет. Кстати, ты заметил символизм в комнатах у этого хрена, которым мы играем? Там какая-то разруха, у Наполеона там победа. Он даже сам об этом говорит. Почему мне достается вечно комната с хреновыми картинами? Не помню только, что у Адамс было. Наверное, у нее вообще пустые стены.
У нее там пентаграммы были.
Carmelite water. A Byzance.
Here's something will undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate. A priest's robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room. No, this bookcase is well stocked.
Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round.
A Voyage Around the World, the travel log of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville.
One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence.
And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother?
Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible.
Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room.
Come on, Louis, think. Think.
Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind.
She must have used the writing materials. What if she used lemon juice instead?
An old trick used to hide messages.
A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message.
Now, how do I reveal the message?
Working. The heat reveals the message.
Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. After that, she adds, beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected soldier. And that's its weakness. What is my mother trying to tell me? If you've gone to so much trouble, you must not have only found something important, but you must have also felt like you were in great danger. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical.
I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though. If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
Кому это там можно в комнату зайти?
That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw
Наполеон,
in my
по-моему.
vision.
Хуй там. Да, можно было к Наполеону зайти, если был прокачан скилл взлома.
That's the door to Elizabeth's room.
For God's sakes, what happened in here?
Какие-то два чувака еще неизведанные нам.
A chest with a half circle pattern.
Да, у нее картин нету. Какие-то символы. О, ключик нашли.
An untutored hand copied these notes. Looks like a healing method. Well, that's a pity. The writing is barely legible.
Два желтых яйца.
А что это оккультизма-то нет? У меня же был оккультизм. А, я не докачал.
The note suggests binding the feet and hands, then blocking the jaws using a piece of cloth to prevent the tongue from being sectioned. That looks like a method to control an epileptic fit. I wonder if Elizabeth is the one being treated for that illness.
Божечки.
А у меня квест еще не выполнен вообще нет. Да.
Что там у него в vulnerabilities?
Квест.
My dear Elizabeth.
А,
Так, мы тут хотели это. Кристаллы чекнуть.
угу.
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals. These are magnesium crystals.
A fairly effective remedy for easing anxiety.
А что нам тогда плохо стало после этих кристаллов? Они же типа anxiety облегчают.
A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite society.
Reach level 10.
Let no one disturb me. I'm busy.
Too bad. We'll see him later.
А к этой пизде с чокером можно зайти?
Perhaps. А, нет. Надо сама потом прогуляться.
Слышь, пизда с чокером.
Monsignor, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi. Might be better to take a different stairway.
Бля, где там... Так. Котик.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
I'm sorry. I should have stopped him from beating you.
What's done is done. It was my fault, not yours.
Don't say that. It's never the victim's fault. Look
Never
at your
the
eye.
victim's fault.
My eye's nothing.
Она просто была
Last
одета как
night,
шлюха.
I found out that your mother was on the island.
Она тоже сам была
What are
одета.
you doing here?
Excuse me, but
Ну это, блядь, как там. Пока баба не захочет, мужик к ней не будет приставать.
frankly,
Ты
why would you
больше
care?
слушай.
I know your mother very well.
Аж ты все те же
I
войслайны
understand
выбираешь?
rightly, you
А?
Те же самые войслайны выбираешь?
А я помню, думаешь, какие я выбирал?
Я помню.
Значит, те же самые.
common past?
Are you saying I've made it all up? You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
You're right. I don't want this conversation to turn into an interrogation. You've suffered enough already. I respect your silence. Please excuse me.
Well,
Don't
thank
urge.
you.
Хе-хе. Сеструху ее назови.
I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they? Haven't you got a sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
She's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her. Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people
You're
could
so
barely
subtle.
recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's coming for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
О, можно серванта покрасить. Ну где сюда пидорила? Что-то харасит.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps would like to know something else?
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
No point in lying, you know. I know full well you haven't got any.
I would never think of lying, sir. I don't believe I am authorized to give it away. That is all.
Amber? Here? I'd be surprised.
Yet I assure you, sir.
No, you're pulling my leg. I don't believe you.
I wouldn't dare to joke with, sir.
Yeah, sure. You're just leading me on. I dare you to show it to me, if you really have some.
Well, then, sir, here is a piece.
Ah, right. Well, I'm impressed. Can you lend it to me for a minute?
Of course, sir. Here.
Wow. I can hardly believe it. Well, I have other questions.
Of course, sir. But, sir, I believe you haven't given me back the amber, sir.
What? What amber?
The piece I gave to sir.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. You really ought to look after your things. It can't be easy to come across amber in these parts.
Ah, Does sir desire anything else?
Ничего, блядь.
You wouldn't have a little golden elixir I could use, would you?
Oh, unfortunately, sir, I have orders not to give any of that medicine to any of Lord Mortimer's guests. Some guests are here to follow a very strict treatment. Mixing or combining certain substances would be dangerous for sir.
My good fellow, you're right. One should never mix treatments without the advice of an expert. It so
Нас
happens
просто
that
не
I
хватает
usually make my
очков
own
своего эфорта.
elixir, but I haven't brought my kit with me. Perhaps, in that case, would you fetch a spoonful of ethyl alcohol, ethereal oil, and 10 milliliters of ethanol for me? Along with that, a small quantity of gold, please. Just a few crumbs will suffice.
Ah, I see that sir knows his subject. Therefore, I see no reason why I shouldn't give them to you. I hope that will be enough for you, sir, because I haven't any more.
Thank you. That will be fine.
May I help with anything else, sir?
A little Carmelite water would do me a lot of good. Could you find me some, please?
Oh, the tonics are under lock and key, sir. Lord Mortimer only allows access to them in cases of emergency.
What? That's the last straw. Lord Mortimer himself asked me to take the sea to join him here. I accepted out of kindness. The voyage was undertaken in conditions that I prefer not to speak about.
And then at long last I arrive and you refuse me a simple flask of Carmelite water?
No, sir,
Your name. Tell me your name.
Here, sir, your Carmelite water. Please accept my sincerest apologies. If sir requires anything else whatsoever, sir has only to ask.
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir, and I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Hang on, but it's mine.
Beg pardon, sir?
It's my book. I'm telling you, it's my book.
With all due respect, sir, I hope sir will understand that I have doubts. You see, I found it in... Lord Mortimer's library.
Huh, there you are then. That's exactly where I left it.
I am quite put out, sir. I don't know what to say.
In that case, I suggest you say nothing and hand it over.
But
Now!
But sir, Very well, sir. Here you are. May sir take good care of it. It is damaged.
And you've damaged it as well? Well, bravo. Bravo.
No, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me, sir.
Say pardon.
Pardon me, sir.
Very good. There were some other things I wanted to go over with you. I still haven't quite recovered after the boat crossing. Would you have any Maltese cross, by any chance, please?
I am sorry, sir, but the Maltese cross may be just a plant, but it is also a powerful psychotropic drug that causes undesirable diuretic effects. I would advise against sir taking any.
Do not fret. I know the effects of the Maltese cross very well.
I've been taking it for years without any adverse effects so far. I've never had cause to complain. You can believe me.
That is well, sir. Here is sir's herb. What else can I do for you, sir?
Все забрал, чувака.
Молодец. Самое страшное.
Рубль нашел.
Чирик.
Опа, чирик.
Угу.
A Chinese coin, recognizable by the hole in the middle. If I remember rightly, that's called a cash.
Окей, пошли это.
Из них монеты, что ли, сыпятся на пол?
Наверное.
Как золотая антилопа.
Уже 10 монет.
Можешь себе что-нибудь купить на них.
Куплю себе пизду с чокером.
Им можно только завоевать.
Можно поебалу едать.
Нет, и нельзя.
Можно. Зачем еще нужна папа?
А.
Не поебалу едать.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
А что мне там за трейд дали?
We'll see. О, у тебя там, кстати, в Politics Opportunity сейчас будет.
Будет.
У тебя теперь в questioning скилл появился. Поздравляю.
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the King's table. I am delighted.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
Johan, how are you?
Okay,
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him...
А теперь запустить.
Зачем? Зачем там нужен был оккультизм, простите?
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was
У тебя же
not
есть
too
оккультизм,
short.
да?
Но он не докачан на одну.
Понятно.
Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet
I
me?
do not know.
Please feel at home.
Huh.
My friend.
Peru looks totally out of place here. He's counting the 10 sets of cutlery around each plate? The man is completely lost.
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the King's table.
А могу на оккультизм что-нибудь? Прям сейчас эквипнуть? Не могу.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
Okay.
My dear Johan, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Enemy. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
A Prussian-Britannic coalition is not good for France. The last time we fought
Господи.
against them,
Это
our
твой
empire
слайн
went up in
меня
smoke.
пугает. I'm shaking in my
Is the
clothes.
wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a
Ну,
wonderful
типа, в
Christmas
детдоме,
gift.
что ли, росла?
Thank you.
Походу.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved.
Что это еще там за свифт?
Just mention that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
My lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur
Louis Moras de Richet.
de Richet. De Richet. A name with a nobiliary
Какое слон я выбирал?
Are you descended from a noble line?
The presence of a particle does not necessarily mean a person belongs to the nobility, nor does it prevent the observance of the rules of etiquette, Monsieur von Bonner.
My friend.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
Don't trouble yourself.
He's just a soldier.
Какие у него там
and a
vulnerability?
high-ranking one at that. I'll bet he's just here for some minor business.
I wouldn't be so.
У кого? У немца?
Угу.
Diversion.
Categorical. No one is ever invited here just by chance. You'll
Понятно.
see.
And right he was too. Monsieur de Richet, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please? Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Подготовь свои форпоинты, блин.
I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you
Ну
are
шо,
to
прям
take over the
стримится отсюда.
project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you
Disappearance.
could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
I've only just taken over the affair. The agreement will be considered null and void until we've gone through it together. Is that clear?
All right, you seem to know what you're doing. I have one last question I would like to pose to you.
We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
I think what France is lacking today is a truly strong leader ready to govern her. Someone who will
Интересно, что
restore her
отвечать,
luster.
если ты не смотрел? А,
Power
есть,
forward, so
окей.
once again she becomes a proud nation respected by all.
Франция
A
needs a
man capable
leader.
of both rebuilding the country from the inside and, at the same time, developing exterior relations. Someone with a vision, I think. The right person still remains to be found.
You're right, my friend. I hear your words, and I agree. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
У французов у всех что-то
Reflections on
проблемы
the
с
revolution in
носом.
France.
Mr. Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and
Языком.
please know that I too am
Что с
delighted to have met
языком?
you.
Чего? Круассан, блядь, что?
My friends, I would
Окей.
like to say a few words.
Я так и не получила свой
I would like
круассан.
to
Ладно.
thank Lord Mortimer and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington.
Мистер Вашингтон.
Washington is a very gifted speaker. Leave him for 5 minutes with sworn enemies and he'll convince them to be friends for life.
Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Что я там зафейлил? Надо будет посмотреть. Ничего не зафейлил. А, мог бы еще Наполеонов покопаться в труханах. Поинтов, значит, у нас available. А шо мы ничего не заэквипили?
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Угу. Чего мне там не хватает? Psychology. Ну давай Psychology возьмем. Нам еще ценку ебать.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
Well, I must admit, Your Eminence, indeed it does worry me.
I understand. But continue to have faith in Sarah. You'll see, I'm sure, that in a few days we'll all be laughing together.
That's all I hope for, Your Eminence. But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
As I haven't visited all the manor yet, I wondered if you hadn't seen a Medusa by any chance.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, La Gorgogne, the Medusa from Greek mythology. Would you have seen one? In any shape or form?
Not at all, my son. I'm not sure what you're getting at, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be of any use to you.
Thank you anyway, Your Eminence. I won't take up any more of your time. On that last word, then, I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Ну там бабочки летают везде.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle. Amber crystals. Discourse on the Method by Descartes. This book changed the way I looked at the world.
Сейчас мы тут пошараемся чуть-чуть.
The only person sizing me up
Раз
here
я
is that
взлом
monumental
прокачал.
Zeus. It can't be here.
Там есть ачивочка, типа за один квест все 4 консюмейбла выпить.
Ты уже пытаешься ее достать?
Я уже пытался, да, но эликсир не пьется, если на тебя не висит негативных эффектов.
Надо было сожрать штуку у Элизабет.
Угу. Он ебал рот, пошли медузу вертеть. Не против, если я медузу поверчу немножко?
Pages out of an old encyclopedia.
Где-то я страничку пропустил. В тот раз я уже в этом месте ее собрал полностью.
Where all eyes.
А, ты ее, наверное, нашел на балконе, может? Когда к Наполеону тащился.
Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of.
Или на своем балконе.
And she
С вами
also
был
spoke of a
Антон
Medusa.
Лимон.
Should I go and try to find the creature now?
Как это типа, заходит Иисус такой в бар и говорит, мне нужен столик на 26 человек. А ему такой бармен говорит, ну у вас же 13 всего лишь, а мы все будем на одной стороне сидеть.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
Смотри, не шути про Иисуса больше.
Ah, François Ier, receiving the Holy Family. A painting by Raphael. Amber crystals.
Почему этих фрагментов?
The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci.
The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his
Так, окей,
disciples.
Медуза на щит.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern. And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast.
Бля,
Let's give them a helping hand.
Что хочет?
Не знаю, что он хочет. Уж точно
Но.
нет.
Ответь ей.
Ну сейчас уж я пройду эпизод и отвечу.
The mechanism is worn here. Whenever the shield is not turned toward the sword, the machinery freezes up. The statue must have been in this position most of the time, betrayed by the marks of time. So that makes it easy. The shield must face the sword.
Что я не то знал.
For Pete's sake, Emily! You scared the pants off me. Don't ever
Scared
do
the
that
pants
again.
off me.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
I've discovered a hidden message from my mother. She explains how to find the secret room. Something must have attracted her here, so I've come to check it out. And you? What brings you here?
My, you're curious.
Let me guess.
Go on then, impress me.
You're looking for somebody. Your silence speaks volumes. I must have got it right, and you will go to great lengths to find them. So, this person means a lot to you.
Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh yeah, in your dreams. At your service, madam.
Там вот стояла какая-то херня.
I found an amazing ring. There's an inscription engraved on it. The mythical ring of the Nibelung.
Louis, do you really believe it's the ring of the legend?
You should try it on. They say if you wear it on your finger, it makes you more agreeable.
How droll. In the legend, it's a cursed ring.
Emily, when I see that ring, I can no longer hold back my feelings for you.
Oh, stop it. You're being ridiculous.
What do you mean? I was just about to get down on one knee.
Да, спроси про свадьбу.
Hey, Mortimer is the author of this work. He talks about his passion for art.
Guess what I found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
See?
Чё? Окей. О, тут можно наконец-то по этим штукам перемещаться.
По каким?
По таким.
Laurel Reef. The workmanship on this crown is amazing. The finesse of the gold laurel leaves is beautiful. A crown worthy of an emperor. I'd stake my life that it's the genuine article.
Here's something interesting. A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai. Incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention.
How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
Probably, but that doesn't mean they weren't stolen.
But Mortimer's signature, it looks genuine.
Maybe he erased the original ones and signed his name instead.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess, these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take? Mortimer's collection is unique, isn't it?
That's an understatement. No doubt he has a major passion for history and fine art. Or getting gifts.
If each time Mortimer does someone a favor, they reward him with a priceless gift, that means he must have helped nearly everybody in the world. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something. What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar. Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
When are you going to understand that I just want to help you?
What do you expect? That I'll fall into your arms and say yes to everything you want?
What are you talking about? I'm only asking you to trust me a little. If only on principle, as a member of the Golden Order, for example.
I'll admit you are fairly reliable.
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese. But I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses. And there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
You think your scathing wit protects you, but in fact, it makes you blind. No sooner have people introduced themselves than you already see them in a bad light. You play the part of a strong woman, and yes, you are a strong woman, of course, but what I see is a sensitive young lady who lacks self-confidence. Stop adopting a defensive posture, and you'll see just how quickly new doors will open.
There is some truth to what you say. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
Yes, it's perfectly clear. You're already working with someone.
Ah, well spotted, Louis. I already have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me. But I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is... your sister. She's your partner. She's the one you're looking for.
Well, I am impressed. How the devil did you guess I had a sister? Virtually no one even knows. When it comes to getting results, you are very good, I grant you that. You deserve to know why the sight of the cameo pendant affected me so strongly.
You have mastered the art of seduction. My congratulations.
Одну модельку на две телки.
Удобно, да? Сделать просто их близняшек.
Да.
My twin sister.
Oh. Now I get why you said you had a memory for two.
Yes, You can't imagine to what extent, though. As children, everyone got us mixed up. So one day we decided to play along. Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with two faces.
Clever. But isn't it complicated? How do you make it work?
One of us has no existence in the outside world. We share everything. First for one, then for the other. We dress the same, wear the same makeup, we speak the same. We've learned to act as one. When we accept a mission, we both turn up. This time, though, she went ahead, and I was meant to wait for her on the mainland. She was meant to meet Sir Home and bring back the details, so we could work out who would follow up.
And there was a problem?
She was supposed to return from Mortimer's 1 week ago. The boat turned up at Plymouth, but alas, no trace of my sister. Instead, a sailor passed me a message from home, notifying me of her sudden disappearance.
So, my mother and your sister go missing just a few days apart. That's strange. Maybe their disappearances are linked.
It's clearly a possibility, but up to now I haven't found a trace of either of them.
None of this is very reassuring.
By the way, Louis, now that you are in on the secret, you are obliged to keep it to yourself. Or you will pay very dearly.
Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
Я там еще кардиналу сказал. Письмо со мной тоже сейф. Потом его открыл. В том прохождении.
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit, it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do?
Excuse me, Elizabeth, but some very urgent business has cropped up. We can speak tomorrow.
No, Louis, don't leave me alone. They've come back.
Good night, madam.
Good night. Шлюха. Набил себе протокол.
Well, well, Louis, you took your sweet time. What did our poor
Кто
Elizabeth
они?
want?
Кто они вернулись?
She probably wanted to chat more about my mother.
Really? So Miss Adams is somehow linked to your mother?
In a way, I guess she is. But I thought all of that could wait until tomorrow.
That young girl seems very...
Emily? Have I misunderstood something here? What are you doing in my room?
And for a while now, the question has been nagging at me.
And that explains why I now find you here, in my bed. Go ahead. Ask me the question that's been burning at your lips.
I know your mother was here to meet someone, but I can't figure out who.
Oh. So that's what's been hiding behind...
Блин, он же знал, зачем он идет.
Members of the Order, Louis. Let's try to be honest with each other. I have followed with great interest your affair in Paris, in connection with Mr. von Borchardt. You managed to steal something from him, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly. And what about you, my friend? What were you and your dear sister looking for here?
Well, our mission was to find out more about that particular book.
And why that one?
Let's just say that the Queen is desperately seeking a way of relieving the King from his difficulties with dementia.
Well, how about that?
This is quite fascinating. But just what did Sarah expect to accomplish here?
If only I knew myself. My mother always takes a sly pleasure in telling me as little as possible.
Oh,
Vulnerability.
Your mother hides things from you. That's not very nice.
No, it's not nice at all.
And you? What were you supposed to do once the book was found?
Give it to our sponsor, of course. Sir Gregory has more than one card up his sleeve.
So you mean Home is playing both sides? I'd say the Queen is going to be disappointed.
What can we do? Sometimes things work out like that. Right. Enough chatting. Come and join me instead.
Ну ладно, так и быть. Чтобы нет-то.
Что можно еще было отказаться? Как-то он странно лег. Ну ладно.
Свободная страна.
I have to go, Louis. I don't want anyone finding me here in the morning.
You're right. Well,
И рыбку
have a
съесть.
good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow, rested and ready.
Sure thing.
Что это за... Diversion.
Lord Mortimer?
Monsieur de Richet, at last we meet.
Их двое? Трое?
Ну там один.
Он к нему, простите, в комнату заявился. За что? Шестой левел. Congratulations. Фух.
Окей.
Все, теперь ты начинающий оккультист. Поздравляю.
Что?
Начинающий оккультист теперь.
Аутист?
Да.
У меня 24 ачивочки из 42.
Подозрительно. Ну, если там еще идти за оккультист, хотя хз. Вряд ли
А
оставшийся
что
все
это?
за...
Какие я конфронтейшнсы не заверканул?
Интересно, а что будет, если тебя Наполеон спалит на балконе?
Мне тоже интересно. Надо было в комнату к Тянке, что ли, ворваться обязательно, чтобы 5-й конфронтейшнс получить.
Хз, может быть.
Мне кажется, достаточно их.
Alright, next game.
Шо, какой гейм? Я планировал оффаться.
А, ну окей, ладно.